These two dudes podcast their ass off. Dragonfly Jones, LaJethro, Jenkins, Tyler and John. Good to see y'all, man. It's been too long. That's a fail on our part, but it is great to have you guys back. Michael and I were talking about this earlier. Tyler, you can go first. Just simply put, is this 3-0 Heat lead, is this more about Jimmy Butler, the Miami Heat, Eric Spoelstra, Heat culture, or the Celtics just, like I said earlier, they collective hearts pumping Kool-Aid?
I guess, I'm not a Prince Straddler, but I think it's a bit of both. I think this is for sure like a heck of a chapter in Heat culture lore here because, everyone's talking about, this is the same core that, took Boston 7 last year, but this was not the same team. The 22-23 Heat were not the 21-22 Heat. They stumbled, late in the season. I don't think any of us saw that they had this run in them that they have here now, but
with no
it's
Tyler
for sure.
Hero.
Right. With no Tyler Hero, but he might be back for the finals. So, that's another wrinkle to add there. But yeah, nobody, I don't think, I've had diehard Heat fans hit me up on Twitter saying, bro, we didn't even see this coming. Like, it is a testament to Heat culture. I think it is a failure on the Celtics part as well, because the thing about playoff basketball, right, you got to pick your poison. And if you can, depending on the team's role players to beat you, that is a great bet to make most of the time. But that conventional wisdom goes out the window with the Heat. Right, because the Heat culture, Heat basketball is we're going to roll out 5 guys and all of these guys can torch you if they get hot. So you have to scheme for that and you have to, be prepared for that. And the Celtics have not done that.
I think one team is a professional basketball team and the other isn't. You know what I mean? The Heat come and play 4 quarters every game, regardless of if they have a chance to win or not. You know what I mean? They'll give you everything they got. And just you don't get that from the Celtics. You know what I mean? Like you don't get 4 quarters from the Celtics. And then Spo finds a way to muck it up no matter what team he's playing and how good the other team is. And he finds a way to make it easy in the offensive end. And so, we can't say that, Joe Mazzulla has done that. So I think one team is professional. They come in, they clock in every game. They're going to give it everything they got. And the other one isn't. You know what I mean? And when you can find a way to make it easy on the offensive end for you and harder on the defensive end for the other team, regardless of how big the talent disparity is, you have a good chance of winning. And then you got a dog like Jimmy Butler that just grabs the reins of games at the end. And they really haven't even needed that for the most part. I mean, last game, they didn't even need. Butler had 16 points? They got cooked by, Gabe Vincent and Caleb Martin, you know what I mean? So fortunate to watch. As a St. Louis, as a fan of Jason Tatum.
Yeah. No, I like how y'all put that. So, going to the Western Conference, do the Lakers find a way to get a game tonight, John?
I mean, I don't care. I hope not. Don't waste my time, man. Let's get to the finals, dog. You feel me? Let Bron rest. Let Bron rest.
They got 8 days before the finals, though.
Hey, don't waste my energy. You know what I'm saying? They don't have a chance, G. The other team is just better. The Nuggets are just better. You know what I mean? They're just better, and that's it. So, I mean, it'd be cool if they got a win, I suppose, but I'd rather Bron rest. He's looking kind of old in this series in particular. You know what I mean? And that foot's definitely bothered him. I think he's more hurt than old, honestly. So, man, hey, if they do, they don't. It doesn't matter. The series is over, baby. You know what I mean? I'm not going to waste my energy.
But Tyler, the reason I asked it just that way, just the reason I went down to do they get a game is, and maybe I'm overstating this. Y'all in these Twitter streets a lot more than me. I'm trying to prepare myself for the silliness that could ensue if 38-year-old LeBron James is swept by the Nuggets as a 7th seed. I don't know. I'm like, oh Lord, please don't let this dude get swept.
Hey, look, the haters are going to find a way to clown regardless. 4-game sweep, gentleman sweep, whatever, what have you. I mean, I'm kind of with John. I think they probably do win tonight, but that, like, them stretching the series doesn't, benefit the Lakers at all, because then you just got, you're probably going to get blown out the building when you go to Denver and, have to play in that altitude. So, nah.
Hey, is there anything that you all have seen in this series that makes you say, okay, Jokic, if he had won that 3rd straight MVP, maybe I thought I was going to have a problem with it, but after watching him up close in this series, I wouldn't have a problem at all. Anything from Jokic, Tyler, you go, then John, you take it. Anything from Jokic to make you reconsider your MVP thoughts?
Yeah, I was very high on Jokic. I thought he was, a top 5 guy in the world before this postseason. Now I'm at the point, if you say he's the best player in the world, you won't get an argument out of me. I tweeted out the other night. I said that, this postseason, has kind of, cemented that Jokic has to be in that best player of, in the world argument, for so long, for almost like 10 years. That discussion has been Bron, Steph, KD, but we're in the Giannis Jokic era now for the crown, right? Like, and of course you get pushback on that. People don't like change, but these dudes have won 4 of the last 5 MVPs, and they're about to be in 2 of the last 3 finals. We are in the Giannis and Jokic era right now, for sure.
I think Embiid did enough to win the MVP. He's not the best player in the world. I think it's between Giannis and Jokic. You know what I'm saying? So what I've seen is brought him up higher on the best player in the world. I don't think the MVP mattered to him anyway. You know what I mean? That was something we was talking about. He's 1 or 2 of them, baby. He got, you know what I mean? That third didn't mean much. He wants a chip, and it looks like they're going to get it this year for sure. He's playing like it.
It's not about what I'm seeing. I just like what I'm not hearing anymore. And I'm so glad. Sometimes, man, it's like, they say the best deals are the ones you don't make. Sometimes the best takes are the ones you don't have. I'm so glad I ain't buying into that bullshit about Nikola Jokic not being a worthy 2-time MVP because he had never done nothing in the playoffs. And the last game showed you, all right, for as valuable as he is, and for that matter, like, he's the big joker, Jamal Murray's a little joker now. Like, for as valuable as he is, John, like, they did their most important work, maybe not their best work, their most important work when he was in foul trouble and on the bench, which goes to show you that they all need a team. So just like he was doing more with less in order to justify being the most valuable player, imagine he's going deep into the playoffs against the best teams because now he has a squad.
Oh, he has a crazy. I mean, the squad is crazy. KCP in the closeout game against the Suns had like 18 in the closing game in the first half. You know what I mean? Like, Murray, what he's done in like 30 in the first half, 23 in the fourth quarter to get in a big comeback win. I mean, they got a squad. You know what I'm saying? And he definitely needed that. He needed a healthy team, in order to win in the way they are. But yeah, man, I mean, like I said, they're the better team, and whether Jokic is at his best or not, he has the squad to, step up when needed for sure. MPJ is 23 a night, you know what I mean? And he's not had, he's not been going crazy. And they're just a great squad all the way around, bro. On both ends of the court, like great team defense and great team offense. And you never see that team take bad shots. When the last time you looked at it, even with a team with MPJ on it, and you don't see bad shots, that's a well-coached squad. Mike Malone's doing his thing. We got to give him his flowers as well.
Yeah. Tyler, you want to jump in on that, or you?
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree with John because the main concern I had with these Nuggets, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have never been more wrong about 2-1 seeds in one postseason than I was about the Bucks and the Nuggets. Right? I thought the Bucks were gonna win it all. Right. Yeah. On the inverse side of things, I thought the Bucks were going to win it all, and I thought the Nuggets were probably going to, get back, weren't going to make it out the West, maybe second round or conference finals exit. And I was wrong because my main concerns about the Nuggets were, I don't know how you can play Jokic and MPJ, have them share so many minutes without having, a strong defensive presence out there. And Aaron Gordon has just been ridiculous on the defensive in this postseason. And like John said, they play great team defense as well. So the concerns that I had about them, they just obliterated them because my concerns were never Jokic isn't that guy because he for sure is. Yeah. Hey, man, Murray.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, speaking of that dude, before we get y'all out of here, Mike, I want you on this too, brother. Former Nugget officially called it a career today with one of the dopest retirement announcements I've ever seen, which is really a love letter to his son. Carmelo Anthony announced his retirement today. Tyler, John, Michael. It's funny how guys, like, when they're in their careers, we decide what their legacies are or aren't and who they are and aren't. But as Carmelo got older and even post-career, it just seems like there was more respect for what he did as opposed to talk about what he didn't do. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, winner. He was a winner. Maybe he doesn't have a championship, but he was a winner. Whether it's international basketball, college basketball, or in the game of life, he was a winner. Tyler, John, and Michael, like, how will you remember Carmelo Anthony?
He's going to, of course, be forever linked to that 2003 draft with, Bron and Wade and Bosh. What I'm going to remember most about him is just one of the best offensive players I've ever seen. Just a savant, could do it all out there. You know, can face you up, take you off the dribble, can get to the basket, can work the midi, can work the deep ball, can back you down with the bully ball. Just a complete offensive player. And you know, Melo, he was just cool. Right, like being cool counts for a whole lot for me. You know what I mean? As you know, in regards to the players that I latch on, and Melo was just a cool guy, and his game was fun and it was beautiful. Like that's what I'm gonna miss the most about him.
One of the best offensive players I've ever seen in my life, man. You know what I'm saying? I remember them series against the Lakers. Him and Kobe going back and forth. You know what I mean? He gave Kobe problems. You know, first team defensive type player, gave him problems. You know what I mean? So I remember him as just a great scorer, have a beautiful game. You know what I mean? And as a Nugget, honestly, I know like maybe Knicks fans might not like that, but when I think about him, I think about them Nuggets years for sure. But you know, beautiful way to lead for sure. Showing love to a son like that. A lot of respect as a parent for sure.
Yeah, what you said there too, exactly what he said about his son at the end, man. That as a father, that gets me choked up every time. And he was strong too. He was a big, like you guys said, he was a great scorer. He was, but he was bigger than if you saw him up close. I'm like, oh, he's bigger than you think he is. Got it done. And by the way, I just want to say, on a comical note, I was there that night at Madison Square Garden when KG said that stuff to him, and they went to the bus.
Oh boy!
And he was waiting outside the bus. He was waiting outside the bus, and KG was on the bus. Okay, I'll just say it that way. KG stayed on the bus.
He played with finesse, but like you said, he was a big, strong man, and KG knew what time it was. You feel what I'm saying?
Melo also never got the credit he deserved. He was on the front lines and at the forefront of the athlete social justice movement, man. He was a voice before it was popular, man. I'm telling you. He was one of those dudes that was holding it down and keeping it real. Appreciate y'all, man. The volume, Jenkins and Jones, thank you.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Peace.
Hey, thank you for watching Brother from Another. If you haven't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do that now. Don't forget you can catch us 3 to 4 weekdays on PeacockTV.com and on Sirius XM Channel 85.